Stick to your plan even when you're in the trenches. Stay resilient even if you are grieving the death of somebody. You are going through a heartbreak. You've been just let go from your job. Whatever traumatic experience that you're in right now that is keeping you in the trenches, just stick to your original plan. Your plan could be that you just got a new job or you just started a new business, you moved to a new city, you have this big grand plan, you have these amazing goals, and then some traumatic event could come in like an atomic bomb and shake your entire world and rearrange everything and flip your life upside down. That happens. And in my case, I've experienced a lot of atomic bombs. In the blink of an eye, I had to move from Miami to Austin. I was stuck in a job I didn't like for 2 years. I had to put my cat down on New Year's Eve, and then to top it all off, my mother passed away. I can confidently say I have been in the trenches. These last 2 years have been the worst of my life, but I stuck to the plan. I had to keep moving, and I'm so glad that I did. I was recently watching a podcast. It's the Hormozi podcast, and she featured Buff Bunny. Now, Buff Bunny is one of my favorite YouTubers and fitness influencers, and they have a portion in there talking about sticking to the plan because Heidi, who is Buff Bunny, runs a multi-million-dollar business, and at one point she experienced death. Her best friend committed suicide, and a lot of people were coming to her like, well, how did you get through that, right?
Maybe I was extremely resilient in that moment, and it really helped me become the person I am now. Not everyone has that luxury. Not everyone has that resilience. And I'm like constantly thinking like, what advice could I give to someone in that position? Whether it's like a friend or it's a loved one, it's like going through that type of trauma. What would be your advice?
I actually think that your business is a reason for you to wake up the next day. And I think a lot of people go through something traumatic. They lose somebody that they love, or they're going through a really hard time. And I actually think what gets people through a hard time is responsibility. Because if nobody is relying on you, like if you have kids, that's responsibility. If you have a business, that's responsibility. If you have friends counting on you, if you have a community that looks up to you, you feel a sense of duty to rise to the occasion. And so I actually think shying away from it when you're going through a really hard time, even though you want to with every bone in your body, I actually think it makes it worse. I think it's taking the time, but then not letting it derail your whole life.
And so this whole clip talks about just sticking to the plan, even when you're going through something so traumatic, that you can be resilient and keep moving. And even though your life feels like it's absolutely falling apart and crumbling, it doesn't necessarily have to. I can speak on that because I went through that, especially with the loss of my mother. I didn't know how I was going to move forward, but I did. About 2 years ago, when I saw the trajectory of my life and where it was going and how I didn't like the job that I was in and that I wanted to do bigger things outside of corporate America or, fix my body. And, I just came up with a whole list of goals and a plan to get my life on track and start working towards that. So I did. When my mom died, I shut down completely, and that's okay. I started this video saying that you have to stick to the plan and keep going and all that. And I'm not saying that because you need to ignore your feelings. Like, no, you need to absolutely feel and grieve and hurt and process all of those emotions, whatever it is, whether it's a job loss, a breakup, the death of somebody. You need to absolutely feel those things. And that's what those women in that podcast are talking about. It's like giving yourself grace and space to feel what you're feeling, acknowledge those feelings, but don't let it keep you down. At some point, you are going to have to get back up and keep moving. Now, when my mom passed, I kind of shut everything down. I got off social media. I got off YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I stopped making plans with friends because I needed to sit with my feelings. I needed to process and grieve and understand what had just happened to me. My mom didn't die. And then I'm like, well, gotta stick to the plan. Let me get back to the gym. Let me get back on YouTube. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. Like, give yourself space and grace to feel everything, but also realize like, you do need to get back up at some point. At this point, it has been almost 6 months since my mother has passed. And of course, the first 1 to 3 months was the absolute hardest, literally just crying all day, every day. But even though at that time I couldn't get back up and pick up a camera and film, like I still had to get up. I still had to be resilient. I still had to take care of myself and my daddy and my brother and keep this household moving. I couldn't just completely neglect anything and everything around me because I was heartbroken and destroyed. I couldn't just lay in this bed and cry all damn day. I did allow myself to cry. So if I needed to cry for 5 hours straight, that's exactly what I did. But then I also had to get up. I had to brush my teeth. I had to take a shower. I needed to cook food. I needed a plan a cremation and, make sure that my dad and my brother were able to get back to work. Like, life moves on. But I still allowed myself to feel what I needed to feel, but also get back up and keep moving. Even now, almost 6 months later, I'm still hurt. I'm still broken. I'm still grieving. I still cry. I don't cry every day. The days get a little bit longer in between cries. I had to stick with my plan. I had this big vision and goal for my life of getting my body in check and fixing my finances and working on my business, which is YouTube, and getting a new job, which I did all that. And so I was like, I need to keep going. Like, even though I'm going through the most traumatic and heartbreaking experience of my life, I have to keep going. My mommy wouldn't have wanted me just to lay here and give up everything. My mommy was the most supportive, loving, non-judgmental woman on this planet. She always encouraged me to festival and travel and film everything. And this is one channel, but I have a separate YouTube channel that documents all of that, and she supported everything. So I needed to stick to my plan, and that also gave me purpose to keep going every day, just to know that, okay, no, I don't have my mom. I have reasons to get up every day. I wanted YouTube is a reason to get up today. My health is a reason to get up every day. And finding that new job is a reason to get up every day. Fixing myself from the inside out so I can eventually meet my partner is a reason to get up every day. I had to demonstrate the most extreme amount of resilience that I ever had. I had to dig deep, pull that strength up and out to get up every single day. Even if that meant starting my day sobbing in this bed for an hour, getting up, wiping off my tears and saying, Mommy, give me the strength to do this. I can do this. And I did it. And I'm doing it. So whatever it is you may be going through, no matter how traumatic, or if you feel like you're drowning and you can't get out of the trenches, if you have a purpose or a goal or a dream that you've been working on and you've been kind of derailed from this traumatic event that happened, get back up. You can do this. Just dig deep for that resilience and start working towards all of those things again. Like, stick to your plan. Do not let this traumatic event derail you and all your hard work and all your ambition that you've already put forward. And if you haven't put anything forward, like if you're in a place of you're going through something so traumatic, but you don't even have an idea, you don't even have any goals, you don't even have any dreams, then my last 2 videos can help you do that. I talk about creating goals and dreams in different areas of your life. Think about your finances, your love life, your business. Like, there are so many different areas of life that you could set goals and dreams in. So I have one video talking about that. And then I have another video talking about how you can actually set a plan for accomplishing your goals and what you can do to make that happen. So if you're just like completely lost in the trenches, not having a clue of where to go next and how to better your life, then go ahead and watch those last videos. Sticking to your plan and keeping your eye on the prize in the midst of all of the traumatic events, it's gonna help you get through this. It gives you purpose, it gives you focus, and it's going to give you what you need to get out of that. As heartbroken and sad as I am, the fact that I'm working towards my goals every single day, that I'm sticking to my plan, makes me happy, and it makes me feel good that I'm looking back at all that I'm accomplishing, that I am getting up and going to the gym and eating right, that I do see the pounds on the scale going down, or that I am producing YouTube videos for both of my channels and both of my channels are growing, that I wanted to get out of debt, so I'm learning about finances and my debt's going down. I'm sticking to my plan and I'm seeing all of my hard work pay off, even though I am still heartbroken and I am still sad. All of those traumatic events have happened, yes, and I'm allowed to grieve and feel what I'm feeling, but I'm also allowed to keep going and to create the life of my dreams, and I'm demonstrating resilience like I never have before, and I feel good. I feel very proud of myself, and you can do this too. You can get out of the trenches, you can get out of the heartbreak, you can get out of the grief, or not necessarily get out of it, but you can learn to manage both, that you can process the feelings of all these traumatic things, but you can also feel good about working towards yourself, your goals, your life, and it's gonna feel damn good to be resilient. My name is Alicia. Thank you guys for watching. If this video resonated with you, then please give it a thumbs up and give a follow if you want to step into living an electrifying life through self-development, self-help, motivation, and manifestation. And I'll see you guys in the next video.